Since the great Manfred ran away with the 4th edition of the WS Cox Plate in 1925, only 20 3-year-olds have managed to win the Weight for Age Championship of Australasia, and only 4 sophomores have found the line first at the Valley in the past 2 decades. And until this horse, no 3-year-old Cox Plate champ had then added the Australian Guineas to the trophy cabinet.
He's a very special horse. He's a history maker. He's done things on the track that no other horse in history has done. To win a Cox Plate and come back and win the Australian Guineas, that's a special thing. He's everything you look for in a stallion when you go and find a horse that's going to make a big impact. He's got great 2-year-old form. He's got incredible 3-year-old form. And as I say, he's that history-making horse. He's very much like Snitzel, and that's what you want. Snitzel's a great sire who's made a big impact. This year he's really stepped up to the plate with 2 proper Group 1 winners. He's had a colt to win a Cox Plate. That's a rare achievement. I think since 1970 there's been 131 3-year-olds run the Cox Plate, but only 8 winners. He's had a filly win the Lightning. So you've got the best son of one of the best stallions in the land, and that's really worked with our philosophy. That's important to us, and Shamus is that sort of horse.
Bred by Bob Hannon, Shamus Award was offered at the 2012 Inglis Easter sale as part of the Vinery stud draft. He was initially purchased by Greg Urell for $230,000 on behalf of Sean Buckley and Viv Oldfield, before coming into the care of Danny O'Brien.
Me and Sean have got some theories on breeding and selection, and it might be a bit radical at times, or may seem radical, but we put our heads together and we went through a list of horses and at the yearling sales at Inglis, and we narrowed them down to 15, and then by the time we finished and doing all your going through your criteria and ticking the boxes, that we got it down to 5, and he was one of the 5 horses that we purchased. So.
Shamus Award was an obvious talent from the moment he stepped onto the track, and such was his promise, the colt was thrust into the deep end at his first start as an early juvenile, running 3rd in the restricted listed Inglis Banner Stakes at Moonee Valley. The son of Snitzel demonstrated his resilience as a 2-year-old, starting a total of 5 times and never taking the easy option. In fact, Shamus Award started in black type events for his entire 14-start career.
Danny O'Brien said he was a natural early horse. He's sound and clean-winded and just so easy to train. He put his hand up. 14 starts, and every start was in a stakes race, and not just any stakes race. You look through his 2-year-old form. He's there at Moonee Valley on Cox Plate Day in a stakes race. He's there at Flemington over the Carnival and the Maribyrnong Plate. All the way through, his sires. He ran 5th in the Blue Diamond. That's his worst performance as a 2-year-old. Here's a horse that's run 4 stakes placings as a 2-year-old out of his 5 starts, and his worst 2-year-old run is 5th in the Blue Diamond. He's a natural, talented 2-year-old. He's in the top 10 2-year-olds of his generation, and he turns up at 3 to win a Cox Plate. I mean, that's a rare type of horse.
Shamus Award returned for the spring on a Cox Plate mission and rarely failed to catch the eye in the lead-up, including an unlucky 2nd in the Bill Stutt Stakes.
Shamus Award the leader, but Divine Calling cluster and last charge of the challengers. Divine Calling getting to Shamus Award. Shamus Award kicking, Divine Calling getting to him. Divine Calling, Shamus Award, bobber! A bobber, really tight between them.
Danny came away incredibly frustrated. He thought he was going to win it on the track, and he's denied by a narrow margin. He thought he had it in the stewards room, but wasn't to be. And desperately unlucky in the Guineas. His natural pattern is to go forward. He was drawn wide, went back, but he reels off the fastest sectionals in the last 600, flashes home to run 3rd, and that's sort of racing. But when he stepped up big time in the right races, and when you go to the front like he does and you run the sectionals that he can run, luck doesn't come into it.
We sort of target him for the Cox Plate. I know that seems a bit probably strange in some people's views, but his rating at the time was higher than So You Think. Not saying he's as good a horse as So You Think, because that'll bring in another argument, but we believed the committee was right in justifying giving him a run, and we thank them for giving an opportunity to let him start.
They're nearly ready. They're away. It's a done deal. Jumps well near the inside. Side glance was a bit slow. Mullakillock and Shamus Award away quickly. The grey Puissance Stalloon right there with Long John as well.
There's horses that can run quick sectionals, but he can do it and sustain it. And Danny always said that. Fiorente, It's a Done Deal, Long John, you look through it, and he had them off the bit, and you couldn't run him down.
Into the straight still, Shamus Award and Fiorente going at one another. 3 lengths in front from Super Cool. Here comes Happy Trails. It's a Done Deal was boxing on, but Shamus Award still led by a length and a half, and he shook off Fiorente. Happy Trails is coming down the outside, and Foreteller's coming. Shamus Award in front. Happy Trails having the last lunge at him. He dives, misses. Shamus Award. The maiden has won it from Happy Trails and Fiorente.
Yeah, we would have loved to have been winning the start, winning the Guineas is coming here as favourite, but couple of things went against him in his races, but today we just got our chance to get out there, make our own luck, and just show what a good colt this is. You know, he could have easily been a Guineas winner and a Cox Plate winner, but we're pretty happy to take the Cox Plate.
To win a Cox Plate is to enter an equine pantheon, inhabited by the truly great, and the game victory of Shamus Award saw him join even rarer company, that of Savabeel, Octagonal, So You Think and Red Anchor as 3-year-old Cox Plate victors. To then return to win the sire-making Australian Guineas in March transformed him from star racehorse to A1 stallion prospect.
Of course, Zabeel won it, Flying Spur won it. I went down to Barwon Heads with Danny O'Brien and we watched him down at 13 Mile Beach, just canter down the beach at 6 o'clock the morning after the Melbourne Cup in November, and he said, I'll bring this horse back and win the Australian Guineas. It's never been done before, but I think I can do it with this horse.
But Shamus Award below the 200. Williams pulls the whip. He holds Eurozone at bay. Prince Harada Criterion. They're coming now down the outside. Shamus Award in front of Criterion and Thunder Fantasy. Shamus Award all the way. He wins it from Criterion by a length.
Well, he's now here at the farm, and a lot of people saw him today. What's the feedback been on him so far?
Gemma, it's been incredibly positive. Everyone who's been here to see him has loved him. They love everything about him, his balance, his quality, the fact he is in the mould of his sire, Snitzel. He's just the lovely horse. He's got the temperament, he's got the looks, the constitution, and you hear Danny O'Brien say he's just one of those dream horses that really trains himself. 14 starts, and he never thought about doing anything else but putting him in those big races.
Shamus Award is the 4th foal from Sunset Express, a daughter of the great broodmare influence Success Express. And with the presence of snippets in Snitzel's own maternal line, there is a wealth of colonial speed on both sides of the pedigree and numerous mating options for breeders.
3 Cox Plate winners in the last 10 years have been out of Success Express mares, of course, Pinka Pinka and champion sire in New Zealand, Savabeel. A terrific influence. We stood Success Express here at Widden. We know what a great influence he is and what a great broodmare sire he is. And in turn, he's second down by Luskin Star. And there's none better than Luskin Star in a pedigree, a great slipper winner, a fantastic influence. You go to Sebring's pedigree, you'll see Luskin Star. You go to Stratum's pedigree, you'll see Luskin Star. It's no coincidence that the champion sires in Australia for the last 9 years have been the colonial bred and raced horses. It's no coincidence that the top 10 sires in Australia last year are that type of horse, the horses that fit that profile. Horses like Shamus Award and Zoostar, they're our very best bred and performed horses, and they go on to be our champion sires. Support's been phenomenal. He's fully booked. We've got champion sprinters like Iska, and we've got a heap of Group 1 winners, Dane Julia, Culminate, Royal Perla. You go through his book, one after the other. Miss Andretti, she's there. He's got some big mares, wide support from a great variety of breeders, and he'll get a great opportunity.
A brilliant and durable son of Snitzel with the high cruising speed, who etched his name into the history books as a racehorse. Shamus Award has all the makings and opportunities to repeat the dose as a sire.